Welcome to Mind Over Miles podcast, where we talk about the powerful connection between movement and mental health. Today we've got a triathlete on, Kirsty. Kirsty, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Kirsty. I wouldn't call myself a triathlete.
Yes.
This is a difficult one because people are like, yeah, you do one triathlon, and people think,
No, I think
I've done more than one.
Yeah, exactly. So how many triathlons have you done? And Ironman, you've done 2 half Ironman,
2 half and 1 full.
1 full, and how many triathlons?
I couldn't tell you.
Loads.
A few.
Yeah, so you're a triathlete. So Kirsty's a triathlete, and she's here to talk about how movement helps with her daily life, and so what got you into competing in triathlons? And
So completing, I think, rather than competing. But I absolutely love it. I'm just addicted. So I went to Portsmouth University, and when you go to uni, you've got friends from different areas, and I met up with one of them in Bath. So it would have been 2013. And there was a run-in, the half marathon was on, and she was like, oh my gosh, this is like, we can't get places and we can't go around our shops. And I was loving it. I was loving the atmosphere, and I was like, oh my God, like, I really would love to be the other side of that. I really would like to feel what it would be like to be the other side of this fence. So I got home and I said to my dad had always been fit. He'd always done stuff when he was younger, a lot of running and stuff. And then done golf, squash, all kinds of different things. I was like, oh, how would you fancy training to do a half marathon with me? So we signed up, we did that, and I actually probably one of the worst ones that I ever did because the time thing.
yeah, so do you remember your time?
Yeah, I do. 2 hours, 1 minute and 5 seconds.
Oh, that's all right. That's good.
But the whole time we were training, was like, you can do under 2 hours. You can do under 2 hours. Because we didn't do it in under 2 hours, that took it away from me completely, like what I'd achieved.
Yeah.
I don't know if he knows that. He probably does. I probably told him.
So what did he do it in?
Oh, he did it the same as me.
Oh, right. So he stayed with him.
He stayed with me. He's left me for one event. And he said he'd never do it again because he said he didn't enjoy it.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
So, he said that, or maybe he thought it was an easier ride and it's been an excuse to slow down and stick with me. I do a lot of events with Dad, but that is a difficult thing as well because sometimes I'm like, no, like you need to go off, and it'd be nice for him to. So sometimes I'll say to him, look, if you want to do this event and see how you do for time, you do it on your own and I can do other ones.
So it went from running to obviously cycling, swimming. So
I injured myself, deciding to run around Penavan, coming back down, and I don't know what I'd done to my knee. So I was out of running for a while, and I was disappointed because I was signed up to do the half marathon running across the bridge. The Severn Bridge half marathon. So I wasn't able to do that, and I've not done it since. I don't know if that's still an event. I might look at it. I know it's a park run.
I think it is actually still an event because I know they do 100 and 200 miler across there as well, so could be one for you.
He then was in the pub where a lot of good stories start, and the guys decided to sign up to do a little triathlon. I think they did one down west somewhere. And then I went to watch them, and then we were on the beach like watching Tembe, and these people were just phenomenal, and I was like, wow. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever imagine that was going to be me a few years later. But anyway, because I'd hurt my knee, and then he was training, he was on the bike, and I'd go out for bike rides with him, and we'd go off and do different things. I've always loved the water, always been really comfortable in the water, love to swim. And then I feel like because I was breaking it up and not just running continuously, that really helped me.
Yeah, to recover as well.
Pardon?
Recovery as well.
Yeah. And I just loved it. So I just love the variation of it, that you can do different things.
So what's your favourite discipline?
I love swimming.
Is that the best? Are you stronger at swimming than...
I'm not sure because I've had to learn to get a lot better at the bike.
Right.
I was probably more natural at swimming. The bike, I've had to work a lot. on the bike. And it's difficult because I think
nobody talks about running because everybody, like every triathlete I've spoken to has competed Ironman and stuff. Everybody hates the running bit.
I wouldn't say I hate the running bit. A lot of people, I think, why do they hate the? Do they have reasons?
I don't know. It's just like I've spoke to loads of people and they've just like, what's your favourite discipline? Oh, I'm a strong swimmer. I'm a strong cyclist. And I'm like, yeah, but what's your running like? Well, yeah, I'll get through a marathon.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at the moment.
Right.
So if I look and see where I am currently, for my age group, I'm not too bad in the water.
Right.
I can hold my own on the bike. I'm like comparative to like where I should be. And the run, forget it, they've gone. Like I've spent so long, so that's what I'm working on now. I'm going back to running, back with the dragons, like improving that, working on that. So then I can hope to go back, and when I complete my next triathlons, I can be a bit of a stronger one. So when I did Sydney half a marathon, the only thing I wanted to do was not stop on my run, nor walk at all. And I was landed that I did manage to achieve that.
So have you done a full marathon as well? Or
I have done.
I know you've done obviously the Ironman.
Yeah.
Yes, but have you done a full marathon just on its own? Or?
I don't think so. I've only done them as part of... I have done long course weekend, which the marathon is separate, but it is after the bike and after the swim. So some triathletes will say that it's not, but then I would say we'll do it because different people will say Ironman is... There's advantages and disadvantages, and some people say, well, long course weekend is harder. The marathon, I actually looked the other day, and the elevation gain is not too dissimilar. And I think the Ironman run is a similar elevation, but the course is awful.
No, I've never been down and watched it.
There's a lot of
hills. I've never watched an Ironman. I've never seen triathlon. I just it's bonkers. But so I'm like, if I see something and something clicks, then I'm going to want to do something. And to go out and spend that much money on a bike. And I can't swim. I'll go to a pool and I'll take a puddle boy with me, and I just because my back end just sinks. So I'm like crawling through the water and just dragging myself through. So I'm just like, I can't breathe in the water neither, because I'm just like, I try and count, and then the next thing I've held my breath for about 5 minutes and I'm about to pass out the other side of the pool. So I'm just like, I think to learn to swim, to do a triathlon or an Ironman or something, I'd literally be awful.
And this is the thing, because you can do whatever you want to do. So if it's not something that it really piques your interest, it's probably not something that you're massively... Yeah. Whereas if you've seen one and you thought, oh my gosh, I need to see what that feels like. Yeah.
I've always fancied sea swimming, because I just love, I spend a lot of time on coastal paths and stuff. I've done a lot of coastal path ultras. And I love looking at the sea. I love Ross Edgley. Do you know Ross Edgley?
I love Ross Edgley.
So I think the stuff that he does is absolutely incredible, and I think that's the only thing that sort of... So I'd like to swim far in the sea. Yeah. But a swimming pool, just literally, it's just...
Oh my gosh, I find it really difficult training in the pool. I'm fine. I like to swim down in the lake, down in Resolvan.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, I love it. You're in nature, you got the mountains, and when you've got to swim laps and laps and laps, because the distances are quite, you've got to swim a lot. Yeah. I find it so boring in the pool. I just got back from Australia, and I think they got loads of the sea pools. Oh, okay. And they are just beautiful. Mad. And they got 50-meter pools common in Australia, whereas there's not many here. So it's very difficult. You will see people mind that literally rock up to a triathlon, a sea open water triathlon, only ever swam in the pool. Now, if I kick off tidy from the pool, I can be halfway down. So you haven't achieved the same training in the pool as you have for open water.
The problem I got, right? So when I go running on the mountains and running through fields and stuff, I don't like cows. And through adder season, obviously I always keep a lookout for snakes as well. So I'm scared of cows and I'm scared of snakes. I think in the water, I'd probably be scared of fish. Okay. Because I'd just be like, right, okay, I don't like the look of that. So I'm really sort of edgy with water. But I don't think I'd be scared of anything on the bike. So I think I'd probably take to the bike. Okay, I think.
Yeah, the bike has got its different things.
Is that the worst bit, or?
The bike, mentally, you're thinking, so when you're swimming, you're kind of just your body.
Yeah.
When you're running, just your body. When you're bike, you've got this other thing that if that fails,
Yeah.
like I came off my bike 4 times in Ironman,
Okay.
and I just had to try and like remain calm, and then Gwyn literally saved me. Shout out to Gwyn Everett. Because and I thought it was my dad, that's why I like called him, and then because he was like far away and I just recognised his like kit, and then he came off and he was like pulling my like chain had got like caught up in my cog and I could not get it out, and then he just ripped it out and I got me back on it, but that was going to be my race like done with. So because of the mental concern constantly, and that's not your it's outside your control really.
Yeah, no, I get
so
it.
I find that very like you can't, and when you can relax a little bit more, then I feel
Right, okay.
you can have a puncture. I mean, a million things can go wrong with your bike.
So obviously we spoke earlier and you said about you didn't finish an Ironman.
Yeah,
How did you feel after that?
it's difficult. As soon as I'd not finished, I was kind of like, okay, let's just like, as soon as I kind of didn't complete, I asked my mum like, how is everyone else doing? And she was like, oh, one of the boys is finding it. So Darren Booth, he was like out on the running course, he'd hurt his ankle when he'd like come off, and I was like, that's fine, we'll just go and walk with him. And he was so lovely, bless
So I know
him.
Darren Booth.
You know Darren Booth?
Yeah, so me and Darren used to run every weekend together.
Oh,
So
he kept saying to my mum, Kirsty can't go to the finish line. She can't. He didn't want me seeing the finish line, him do it. And I was like, you've been like absolutely amazing. And there was no way I wasn't going to be then. It didn't.
So what went wrong during that Ironman?
I can't tell the time. So I'm dyslexic, like I said earlier. My sister had printed. I had my watch on.
Right.
I'm not great at telling the time. I didn't learn to tell the time till I was like a teenager. I would try every which way to like not try and tell the time. I really struggled telling the time. So time management is difficult. So she wrote down where I had to be, the time and like the distances. But we didn't realise that one of them was the 12-hour clock and one of them was a 24-hour clock. So as soon as I was getting past like 1300, I was getting really lost. And you've been cycling for a long time.
So your brain was fatigued.
Yeah. The weather was like this. It was an awful day when I first did it. And I was an hour in the bag and I was like, I'm fine, I'm okay. And people were like, why weren't you going as quick as you could? And I was like, well, I was, but I also mindful that I have got a marathon to do, like after. And then by the time I'd realised that my timing was out, I think I got in with like 43 seconds. Like I was literally seconds away. So there was that time constraint. The weather wasn't great. I also couldn't see because the demister stuff that you put in your goggles, I decided to put on my glasses just in case. I was like going down the hill with like one eye, and I thought I'm not great at like stopping to help anyone, but if there's something I can do, then I would stop. So a gentleman was like cramping up and he was really in pain, and I said to him, are you okay? And he was like, no, I've got, and I was like, do you want any painkillers? Do you want anything to like, and he was like, oh, if you got anything. So I like stopped and I give him like all of what I had. And if maybe I hadn't have done the couple of different things, and I seen him at Ironman the other day and he stopped me and he was so lovely, like he recognised me and he was like, I felt so much better. And I was like, do you know what, that's absolutely fine.
Maybe you should have said to him, you owe me a place.
No. So then the following year when Gwyn stopped me, I was like, maybe had I not have helped him, because I believe in like karma and stuff, and I was like, I did what I could.
Yeah,
and
come back
it comes back then, everything will come back.
So did you manage to get, so is it, do you miss the time for the marathon?
Yeah,
or
no, I missed the cut off.
So you didn't get to run?
I didn't get to run.
That's all right.
I know, but I think it's frustrating. I think they could like help you, because this is a difficult thing with Ironman, because people get frustrated of all the different reasons that you're not allowed to complete and carry on. And I think even if they'd let you carry on running, and they said, look, you're not going to be able to, at least you can use that to your advantage then in training, just to say that you have done it.
So with ultramarathons, if you don't help somebody who's in need, then you can't get DNF'd. So you have to help somebody.
Okay.
So if you see somebody has fallen over and, yeah, do you know what I mean, they're in a bit of distress or something, you either press your button on your tracker, their button on the tracker, or ring a race organizer to come and sort of help out, and whatever time you lose, then you gain back on the end.
Oh,
At the
okay.
end. So you're supposed to help.
Oh, that's very fair. That's very good.
Yeah, which I think obviously is good, because you're helping somebody else to. I mean, you helped that guy to obviously.
Yeah.
But then you've missed out by helping. So.
Well, there's loads. There's the Brownie brothers when he like give up his like position and helped his brother across the line.
Of course.
And I've seen other ones where you can see where the person is like in like first place position and they've gone wrong. Luckily I don't have that problem, there's plenty of people in front of me that I can see where I'm going, but it must be difficult. And I've seen where they purposely known that the person's gone, and instead of like calling them and being like, no, it's this way, then they'll run on and
so I did an event, I think it was last year, and a couple of boys had gone the wrong way because somebody had told them to go this way and it was gone wrong. I went down the same way as them, but then the event organizer was coming up the hill and he told me to turn around, you're going the wrong way. So I carried on running, and then I actually hung on for the other boys to overtake me, and I told them to, and I told the event organizer as well to, I said if I come in before them, I still don't want second place. I said because they would have been in front of me, so yeah, I wouldn't have been happy having them.
Yeah, it's your self like karma, is how you kind of feel like it's not
like if I had second place at an event that somebody went wrong, then it's just like, really? Well, I mean, no, if it was a navigated event, which was, I think it was a trail half, but obviously if it was a 30, 40, 50 mile, it's just you take full advantage of it. I mean, tell them, if you can get in touch with them, tell them, they've gone wrong. But yeah, if they miles out, I mean, you're not going to wait for them then. But yeah, it's crazy. But
and some people just say, well, that's the game. But we're all different.
So how did you find the transition of going from a full Ironman to half?
Yeah, so I did a full before my half.
Yeah. Did you find it easier? Did you find it more pressured, or?
No, I think it's pretty much the same. It's like, the course for Swansea Half Ironman, I would say is very, apart from the run, the bike is a very good 70 miles in comparison to like Ironman Wales. So like that kind of the elevation and stuff, it was so hot when I did Swansea. I think that was a really good, I loved that event. So comparable, like the same kind of difficulty. It's a very good like one to do before.
Yeah. You just decided to do a full one first.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. I just had to.
So when you actually completed a full Ironman, did you do that after you've done your halves, or did you do?
No, I did the full first.
You obviously DNF'd the full.
Yeah, then did it again.
Then completed a full, and then went into the 2 halves.
Yeah, the 2 halves I did like really close together, because I did Swansea in August, and then I went to see my brother in Sydney, and the first thing I did was check out when Sydney Half Ironman was on. So I signed my brother up for the sprint, and then my nephews did the children's one out there, which was lush. It was a full family affair. It was great.
Mad. So so obviously what I was getting at with how do you find training for the half? Like, is it less pressure? Is it obviously because you're only completing half of the distances? Do you train still the same for it? Or?
I did, yeah. Right. Well, because I mean, when you're doing them and you just want to do the best you can, so I was still training pretty much as I. And I know that my dad has to wait for me a bit. So I'm always kind of like, I don't want him waiting, because you get cold and stuff, you know? Yeah. And I was just thinking, no, I was just trying to so he didn't have to wait for me as much as...
So is your dad still stronger than you?
Not anymore.
No,
I've been in Australia training and he's been in the pub. So I've signed him up to long course.
Right.
I'm going to do the Cotswold 113. So he needs to get his trainers back on and his bike out. He does know he signed up.
So when is your next event?
So I just did Cardiff half marathon.
Right.
I did that with a friend.
How did you find it?
I loved it.
Good.
It was really, really nice. And I found out I've not got a space in the ballot.
Oh.
So that's disappointing. But
that ballot thing is a bit of a nightmare. And like I've done 2 half marathons. I've done Cardiff half and Swansea half, and yeah, it's not something I would want to put my name in a ballot to do. Yeah, it's just they don't do it for me, I'll be honest.
no,
but
I feel like something's going to have to be done, because these events now, like triathlon when I first started, you could like pretty much wait until very late to like be entering.
Yeah.
And now they're so much more popular and people do them for different reasons. Like there's some people who are just, oh, I can give that a go and just rock up on the day. And for other people, it's like a lifestyle choice that you're...
Yeah,
so when you're like, oh yeah, I want to do this event, I'm not saying it means more to different people. But I feel like either maybe they can allow more spaces or they can be doing the events twice or something.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Because it just gives people that opportunity as well then. Cause,
Yeah.
and a lot of people are turning up for them, do charity events as well.
Yeah.
They? So it's just like, yeah, if you want to, I mean, if you want to raise money for a charity, then you get turned down, then the chances of you going to sign up for another half marathon is not gonna happen, is it?
No.
Because it's just like, yeah. But so running wise, have you ever contemplated doing an ultra marathon, or do you like running trails?
So I have done an ultra marathon.
Right.
But it wasn't, like I said earlier, it wasn't, so that is a little bit unfair. So
you run 27 miles.
I did run 27 miles. We weren't allowed to continue. So I was training for Ironman.
Yeah.
My friend Katie was like, oh, Kirsty will do anything. Sign me up to wherever. But I did say, I was like, so this was the year when I was like training a lot on the bike and I was focusing on my swimming. I'd literally probably done about 5k. I had not really... I was like, yeah, I can do an ultra. Of course I can do an ultra. Oh gosh, I could not do an ultra. So I think she allowed me like 5 complaints for the whole hours that we were out. But to be honest, we practiced it a couple of months before, and it was probably one of the funnest days we've had together. We ended up swimming back, and I thought she was literally going to like kill me because she's not comfortable in the water. But we completely went off track. We were not like, we just decided to try and like recce the route before we were going to be doing it. And yeah, we really got lost, and it was either climb over boulders or get in the water, and I didn't realise she didn't enjoy swimming as much as I was like, oh, we'll just get in. Like clean, we just get in, fully clothed, like off we'll go, we'll just swim down the mumbles. So when it came to the day, because it got dark, they wouldn't allow us then to continue. But I have told her when I'm 40 that we can be doing that again, so I've told her to train.
So do you do any trail training at all, or do you train on trails, or is it just tarmac, or
I much prefer trail running.
Oh, okay.
I much prefer trail running. So I used to live down in Gleneath, and I used to love doing the waterfalls.
Yeah.
But now I'm back with the Dragons. I have been followed a couple of times running, which is not a nice experience.
What, in the nights, or?
No, honestly, the trails that I have been on where you think like something would happen, and you know down in Cumbach where you've got all the car garages, like there was just a guy who was like pulling in, so it's very, I know some people think like these roads are safe, but they're not always safe.
Yeah, so no, that's obviously a very scary situation to be in. What did you do?
I ran up the hill as quick as I could, and then went through like a side street and then went straight home. But I should have run in the shop. There was other things. And you think, like, I could have gone into the shop. I could have gone somewhere. I could just... Yeah. But it was a bit scary. And then the other time I was followed, I contacted the police. And someone found it on their dash cam. And he just got out of prison. So it is...
Yeah, because you're of it. But like I say, I think you're the first person to tell me about it. Because that's like... Yeah,
I think it happens a lot more, and people just think like, oh, I don't really... But you should be raising awareness. Like I've done... Like my sister ran, and she's got her earphones on, and I've ran behind her sometimes purposefully to be like, Charles. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, don't understand.
That's mad. Because like I say, I run the mountains quite a lot, and some nights I'll go out like sort of 8, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. To me, I've done sort of early hour night runs and stuff, and it's just you and the head torch.
Oh yeah.
Don't see anybody whatsoever.
No, when you're up on the trails, I know me and my dad have been up there, and you don't see anyone all day.
Yeah.
And like he's lost his phone, he's gone back the next day, and it's still there.
Yeah.
Like there's no one up there. But these were not on any trails or anything. They were really on the main roads
as well. And somebody following a car. Or
twice in the car. They were both in the car, and I was like running.
Yeah, that's bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. But obviously, you don't get on the bike.
You don't get on the bike, but then the bike is like my dad does like motorbike riding and stuff as well, and he says like on a push bike it's far more dangerous. So even if we are like heading up the mountains, like the little roads that we're going on to get there, I'm not sure if we've ever been out and there's not even been like a near miss. Like they do, like cars hit cyclists, and there's the big like road rage thing and stuff. So I try and avoid the roads as much as I can. So I'll train like indoors or like where like the industrial estates where it's a bit quieter.
Right. So what's recovery like for you? What's your daily life after an event, or how do you feel after events? Is there something you have to? Do you have to book on something when you finished one, or are you still looking for that little dopamine hit or that little
I've probably
kick,
already gone already booked. Like I'm probably already having that. I just love it. It's my lifestyle. It's not. Yeah, the day after Ironman, when I effed it, like DNF'd, I was back in the gym the next day. It's just a lifestyle. It's just like eating and sleeping. It's just something that I do as part of
I get
my
that.
routine.
Because like people say to me like, how do you train for an ultra? And it's just like, I don't train for ultras. I just choose to do an ultra because it's like part of my training. So it's just, so is it anything? Is it a big sort of thing in your head that you like, a big achievement that you want to achieve? Is it something? Have you got something lingering? It's just like, right, okay, I really need to do that. Is it an event you really want to do, or?
There are 2 events that I'd really like to give a go.
Okay.
But they are huge.
Go on.
So I would really love to swim in the Channel.
Okay.
But I really don't like the cold. So you can do an arch to arch, which is like Marble Arch in London to Arc de Triomphe in Paris.
Okay.
And you can wear a wetsuit.
Right.
And you can do it in a team of 6. And you literally just tag each other. So like you can, like if someone doesn't want to do any swimming, that's fine. So you can, it's completely up to you how you split the distances.
So it's supported as well.
Yeah, and I think that would just be a great like team event. I wouldn't even care how many people did it, just rock up and give it a go, because although there's a lot of people who say like triathlon is an individual sport, for me it is all about training together, the community that like we've kind of got, and even though we're part of like the Taffy Club, I'm not very individual in it. Like I know everyone's got I'm not that good to be like out on my own, whereas when you're training together, and I love long course weekend because it's a bit more relaxed and I'm not going to come first in anything, so I may as well enjoy it as much as I can. The shorter events and like the 5Ks and the sprint triathlon I find very difficult, but like the Olympic ones, I'm more comfortable to be like, right, let's all individually like see how we go. When it comes to like the longer ones, obviously drafting is not allowed in a lot of them, but it's nice. So the Arch does appeal to me. I fancy that one.
So I think it's something you should do.
Yeah, I really.
Because if you're thinking about it, just do it.
No, I do. I need to. I've mentioned it to different people, and like, oh, they'll sign me up. So I don't know how many of us will be there, but
just go for it. Because like I said, I was telling you that obviously I'm doing the FKT attempt in March. So it's just like it's something that's like really exciting me. Like I've taken a step back away from all my big events and stuff. So I just think sometimes I think you just need to add that little bit of spice, I think, and just to keep your head in the game, I think. So do you think like that would make you want to swim more? Or?
Oh my gosh, I love swimming anyway. I do get cold though, so I might have to get a new wetsuit.
Okay.
I have to train for that. And swimming in the dark would be a different challenge for
that'd be
me.
bonkers, that would.
So that picture, I don't know if you've seen him trying. He did the triathlon where he was doing it around Wales. So he was going to swim so far, and then he was going to run. And then he gave it a go, and straight away he came out of the water. He was like, "No, that's not for me." Whereas Ross actually was doing like 6 hours on, 6 hours off.
Yeah,
he's a machine.
I've watched Ross's challenges, and they're incredible.
But I really like Pritchard when he did it. He was just like, "No, that's not for me," and that's absolute. I think you've got to be really comfortable, and like just to be like, "No, that's." You've got to decide what's the challenge for you, and if that's not something you want to. If you've got no part of you wants to do that, then there's no...
But it's crazy the amount of times I've turned up an ultra and there's loads of people that have never run through the night. Like, people don't like night running. It's bonkers. And like I like night running purely because all your senses wake up. Like, you hear better. Yeah, everything, you just feel everything, and you feel everything. You can see better. It's like I got dodgy eyes, but I tend to see okay in the dark. And yeah, I think you switch off a little bit more. You don't see, like, when you're going up a hill, you don't know how long the hill is, so it's just like your climbing feels better. So yeah, I like the dark. So
I did Kilimanjaro a few years ago, and I just remember being walking out in the night, and like, because it was pitch black, you're looking up and that's all you can see. Well, at one point you don't know if they stars or lights of people further up the mountain.
Right.
So you've all got your head torches on, and you get to a certain point and you go, that's it. And then like you go over and you think, oh, there's more lights. And then I don't know how many of them. And yeah, I think maybe because it was dark and I couldn't actually see where we were going.
Just false summits after false summits.
But we got it.
But yeah, but that was special though, was it?
Yeah, that was amazing. That was lush.
Was it a group of you done it, or you just...
No, I did it with my dad.
Oh, okay.
And some people from work. So, yeah. And then when he got to the top, he was just like, oh, can we go like you? Because it's like glacier. It looks like Mars on the top because it's a volcano. So it is amazing. Wow. It was lush to do. But yeah, that's my only experience of really doing, apart from like Dark in the Park where you're going around Aberdeen on my bike.
Yeah.
So I've never really done running, swimming, a lot of things in the dark. That would be a different challenge.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that'd be awesome. Then. So you've obviously come from an active, physically fit family. So is it just you and your sister, or was it?
No, I got my brother as well.
Oh yeah, your brother Australia. Yeah, that's right. So your dad as well. So you're all competitive. Do you all compete like against each other, or?
No, I wouldn't say we compete against each other. Oh gosh, no, my sister. So we did Scalan a couple of years ago, and I know she's quicker than me. She thought, like where you start, she thought that's where we finished.
Right. And
I know you finish at the other end. Literally biffed her, and she may have been tamping. But I was like, well, you should know the route.
So is she better runner than you?
Oh, 100%.
Right, okay.
She's literally just had a baby and she's phenomenal. She's definitely got my dad's gene. She's something else.
Does she do triathlons? And
I signed her up about a day before when we did Glynneath, and she did it on an old bike, and she hadn't swum for ages. And the same with my brother. I think I was just like, he was like, yeah, I can do that. So we did a couple of like training sessions together, and he just gave it a go.
Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, you have to get that sea swim booked. So that's the next thing. You have to do it.
Yeah, I do.
I think it's like, so what time of year would you want to do that if you was to do it?
I think you can do it as part of like the event and do it like as part of like the proper thing.
Oh, okay.
But to be honest, I would probably just be like, when's the people available?
Yeah,
and just hire a little skipper and just do it us, because you need someone to like cross the channel with you, like your safety boat, and I'd be like, whenever is good. So
if there's any advice that you would like to give somebody wanting to do a triathlon Ironman, is there anything you would like to, is any advice you'd want to give them?
Just start.
Just
Absolutely just start. Like, the hardest part is starting. The hardest part of like anything is like honestly just putting your trainers on and saying like, yeah, I'm going to give it a go. Awesome. Well, that's it. So if
thanks for watching, and yeah, if anybody wants to follow Kirsty, do you put your stuff on social media, Kirst, or do you do any social media with your triathlon training or anything? No?
I do, no, it's mostly my other thing because I'm into teeth, so all of
Oh,
my
right,
stuff
okay.
is teeth related. If anyone wants any teeth stuff, I've got my private one then, but yeah.
Right, okay. But so you're a member of Dragons Running Club
Dragons and Taffeili.
and
I
Taffeili,
don't know if it's another one.
you in Tri Club?
Yeah, Taffeili
Taffeili
Triathlon.
Triathlon and
Dragons
Dragons
Running
Running.
Club.
So you would obviously recommend those two clubs
Yeah,
for
yeah.
running and triathlon. So, but yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and yeah, see you on the next. That's
Thank
it.
you.